Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. With that, we head up to MetLife Stadium as we'll hand it over to the two men that'll call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Indianapolis Colts coming off a loss to the Cincinnati Bengals week 1 as Andrew Luck brings them out here. Well, for Andrew Luck in that game, the thing that Colts fans were just happy about was to see him on the field. First regular season action, Charles, in 616 days.
And they certainly put his shoulder to the test, didn't they? Threw it 53 times in his first game back after all that time off. 39 completions, 319 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and also had to handle the pressure that Cincinnati put on him with their really good defensive front. Colts led most of the way, and in the big play, Jack Doyle, the tight end, after a catch. Ball was popped free and returned for a touchdown.
They go play action here on first down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Now at the offense for Indianapolis.
Jack Doyle has to be one of the most unheralded players in the NFL. I remember when he came out of Western Kentucky, most thought he'd be the number 2, number 3 tight end on any team he played on. Instead, how about last year? 80 catches, second only to Travis Kelce of Kansas City, named to his first Pro Bowl, and I expect continued excellent play from him. Excellent route runner and a very good blocker as well.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Clayton Geathers makes the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a give to Crowell. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And before we can get to the field goal try, time will run out on this first quarter of play. And after one, it's the Jets on top early. And we will return to MetLife Stadium after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. They run with Wilkins, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and set them down.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Out of the gun, Luck. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
On first down, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Darnold from the gun. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go #1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to #3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, instead they got sudden Sam Darnold, and I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him.
First down, it's Darnold. And an alley to run. Flushed out right. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Darnold now on second down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
A lot of times people want to recreate the past, especially when the past has been successful. When the Colts were good, they flew on defense. And Kamoko Toure out of Rutgers, he can do exactly that when he rushes the passer.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold dumps off to Powell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Chester Rogers deep for Indianapolis. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The final shot before the break. Lock. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll throw now on the final play. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been all about the defense. Just a lone field goal in that first half. And as a result, not too much available in terms of highlights. But that's okay. We've got a full half to go. And to bring it your way, let's get back out to Brandon and Charles.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Andre Roberts now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Now let's go. 3-0.
second half begins with a run by Crowell. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on second down is Darnold. And he'll lay it out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
A first down throw, Darnold. His throw incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Darnold now to throw. Complete out right to Kurz. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st down, Locke. Throwing left side, it's complete. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On first down, it's Love. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing again is Locke. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Luck throwing again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. He's back to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Started to look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. This hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after the other, quite the opposite. But at 3-3 now here in the 4th, it's been an entertaining game considering just 2 field goals.
Yeah, is it really a football game now, or are we watching baseball? Because this feels like a pitcher's duel, doesn't it? Nice and tense on the edge of your seat. Have you been scoring this one? A lot of strikeouts and ground balls in this one.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. They begin with a run by Crowell. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Now Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Darnold. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that'll bring up 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for New York. Not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day. But I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, here's Luck. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Luck now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass. And
didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. On the carry, it's Wilkins. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez on for a very important punt here in overtime. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Darnold, his first throw in overtime. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's Darnold. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
All right, here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Luck now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now it's Luck. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Luck. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint in overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.